And we're back with another Age of Mythology casted game to watch. This one from the ladder as well. But this one was played a few hours ago. It is Kvothe versus Nullus. So Kvothe and Nullus, I mean, both insanely strong players. Kvothe was playing in the S tier tournament, and Nullus was playing in the, I guess you call it an A tier tournament, the one just below, so the Challengers League. But I think if he had the right path to get in, he could have easily been in the Champions League. Very, very strong player. And the map we're on is Blue Lagoon. And the reason that I wanted to watch this one is I don't think I've seen a Japan mirror since the first week or the second week of Japan being released. And there's been so many changes since then. Obviously, players have kind of changed their perceptions on what's good now. So I don't expect to see exactly what we would have very early doors. Kvothe going in with the Tsukiyomi, and then Nullus with the Amaterasu. So if this was the first week, you would expect Amaterasu to win this one 11 times out of 10. She was just the best in that kind of matchup, thanks to the Bushido, thanks to everything. But again, I haven't really seen too much of it, so I'm not sure what to expect now. Tsukiyomi is obviously considered one of the best gods in the game. He did have a pretty hefty nerf with the Tengu being nerfed, with the New Moon upgrade being nerfed. I'm pretty sure there was other things too. That Ivory Netsuki upgrade getting hit also. I think that one's still insane though. I don't think that was nerfed nearly enough. But then sometimes I'm a little bit... Sometimes I think things are over nerfed. So I think maybe this Ivory Netsuki one is the kind of change that I do like, where they're not overdoing it and then they could touch it up again later. So shouldn't really complain too much. Better than nerfing things to the ground. Let's have a look at some of these relics. Maybe they'll make a difference. I don't know why these are going to the top left in my spectator, but for some reason they are. So heroes do more damage to myth units, which if there is some Tengu stuff that still goes on, it's obviously going to be nice. For Nullus, it's just nice in general. It's also, if Nullus goes for the little weasel boys, then the heroes doing more damage to those is just going to be a good situation. Drop sites, cheaper and whatever. That's only as a Gaia relic. Human soldiers do more damage to buildings. It's just always nice. It's just a nice little bonus, kind of like a mini Zeus. And then walls regenerate hit points. Is a thing. It's okay. What kind of advance times are we really looking for? As the Kvothe advances slightly quicker, he gets that 45-second uptime. He can go up whenever he grabs his temple, grabbing his temple with 2 villagers. I think he just put that one up a little bit late, which is why he's doing the Miko plus commoner. Maybe just having a scout around, trying to find some bits, and just kind of forgot about his temple. It's not going to worry him whatsoever. I mean, he loses out on just a couple of resources, getting that Miko helping out for a small amount of time. Goats being found by the Kitsune on this top side, and Nullus going for a 430, and he's going through Minakata Tomi, which is interesting because we've barely seen this guy. Normally we see them go the other way with the weasels, and then you get the upgrade for the late game where it makes your samurai or your infantry stronger, gets them more HP. Minakata Tomi though, the issue with him is the one Yudo isn't very good. He's very situational, kind of a siege weapon, but it's really slow and doesn't really have much range. So something like a Cyclops is a siege weapon too, but they're so tanky and they're pretty devastating to units. Whereas the Wan Yudo isn't any of those things, but he is also a siege weapon. But something that you do get is you get good archers. You get double upgrades for your archers. One makes them cheaper, one makes them do more damage, I think. It's definitely buffs them in some way, whether it's damage or HP. I think it's damage. And the standard from Kvothe, I think you're always really going to go this way. As Kvothe, you do get the Spider Lady and can drop a stable down if he wants to get some raids off. Not seeing anything as of yet. There was a double shrine coming down, not triple shrine for Kvothe. And so the Kitsune for Kvothe is here, and Nullus does go for a second TC. This is a very nice second town center. On this side, you've got the giraffes, you've got the gold mine. I didn't even mention this one. And what you can also do is put Shrine of the Hunt here to help defend and also give you extra hunt. Okay, so now this Minakata Tomi makes a hell of a lot of sense. So very, very nice. Kitsune is back here. I mean, he has spotted the second town center. Now, what is Kvothe going to do? He's already set up for a second town center of his own. He's happy. to go for this 2TC off. Did manage to find the Demeter's throne there, which, I mean, it's an extra bit of favor. It's always worth getting a relic if you're in the general vicinity, and the shrine going to be going up for Kavoth as well. What's that about? 0.09. And now this one's going to be ridiculous. 0.13. I would have expected more. I guess there was that nerf to the amount of food that contributes to this, whereas this isn't near a wood line, so the wood is a little bit better. But still, the main reason for the Shrine of the Hunt is to get these wolves, get these deers in close to the TC, so I don't think he'll be worried about this at all. And then in a very nice situation here, getting these wooden walls up, and I guess this is the best use of the one Yudo here. Actually, look how long it takes him to take down a lion, the poor guy. I mean, when they get their upgrades, they do turn into an old man, and I guess that's good. But anyway, bit of a 2TC boom off, so we're going to see what kind of comes from this. Obviously, going to be trying to get that saltwater spring ASAP with the amount of hunt here to get that 10% extra bonus on the hunt. This was slightly buffed too. I think it was made cheaper. Was that right? I think it was 200 gold or maybe 150 gold. So it's been made cheaper, so you can get that one a little bit quicker. There is three guys out collecting favor for Nullus. So a tiny little raid with the Jorogumo, just causing that idle time. If she does actually manage to grab a villager, she does a serious amount of damage to her. I don't think she one-shots it, can micro it this way so that the Kitsune can finish it off. We'll see how much damage she does do. Is she about half HP's that one? But Nullus with his micro, very nice situation. Commoner running back in and won't get too much done, but caused a decent amount of idle time. All these villagers that were this side did have to run back for a while, forcing Nullus to do something. It's always better than just sitting back and letting players do whatever they want. Just forcing the reaction. Did anyone cast a Z vs Tiger Challengers League semi-finals? I feel like I saw... I'm pretty sure I saw Einhajib casting something. Whether or not it was that, I'm not sure. Now Kavoth doing something very similar. I'm assuming there'll be a little wooden wall coming up on this side. Has he seen that? No, he hasn't seen that this is actually not cut off. So you definitely need to look over there. He will look over there at some point because he'll want that rhino, but better to be kind of safe than sorry. Put it up pretty sharpish. And Nullus is just, he's seen exactly where he needs to wall. Needs to wall up everything. So this one isn't going to get finished though. And the Naginata, he did get that regen wall relic too. And the Naginata riders are going to come in, but the wolves more than enough to scare off just a handful of units. You see how much damage they actually do. This is just one boy. Not as good as if you're Sasano. They do get the extra divine damage, but still. And I think one of the Naginata riders is potentially going to go down. But Nullus going to defend. Nice bit of play from Kavoth. Does manage to pull back the very low HP one. And going to snipe a Kitsune and just run out. I mean, considering I didn't think Kavoth was going to get any value there. So any small amount of value that you can get, taking down a 50 food scout is something. So why not? And this is honestly not how I expected this game to go at all. I should have realized when I saw the town centers, but these are the upgrades. So what does this one do? This is the one which gives them more damage. This is ranged soldiers. They get extra range and 10% damage. And then this is makes them a little bit cheaper. So 10% cheaper for your ranged soldiers, and then 15% cheaper for your siege weapons is not bad at all. Especially when you get up to the Mythic Age, because those siege weapons, the Mythic Age ones, are so good. It's going to be Heroic Age from both sides, or not from both sides, from Kavoth's side. Obviously, Nullus just spammed out all the units. Einhajib is in. So maybe he can answer the question. Did you cast the Disease Tiger Boss Challenger League? I'm pretty sure I saw you doing it. I'm not sure. But here we go. Nullus did build a handful of units. Just decided to go into those Yari Spearmen to counter the Naginata Rider Ball. And Sashimono Bannerman in extra 10% on those Cav. And it actually makes them do more damage against Cav. Really nice when you get those Horse Archers in. I don't think Kavoth's going to be building too much more. Is going to think about getting up to that next stage. So we can build those Horse Archers. And the Naginata Rider just having a look for the time being. What can Nullus see? He's happy with how he's defended this side. Does have all the walls up under the sun. will eventually be able to push through to this one. This is one of the weird things about Blue Lagoon, is sometimes it can spawn like this. I always think of it as quite an open map, but there are some times where you just get the perfect town center, which has everything on it, and it's very hard to really stop. I mean, if Kavoth would have been the one to force a second town center, his wasn't quite as good because his gold mine was a little bit forward. But still, looks like both players are trying to attack at the same time. Nullus on that side, Kavoth going straight into the main base. There's no watchtowers, so these guys can just run amok, basically. It looks like one villager should go down. Nice bit of micro, but they have actually been pushed through the sentry tower rather than just sitting them in there. There was enough space. And 2 did go down. So nice play from Kavoth. Does need to make sure he doesn't lose any units, these Yari spearmen. And this is one thing that the one Yudo's good. He even got the upgrade. It's one thing that he is good at is taking out walls, taking out buildings. So in he comes. And the Tengu is potentially an option. Hachiman in. Shogun can get dropped down at some point. Should be a good answer to those one Yudo if more are coming out. And what I expected, to be honest, it is going to be New Moon on the bronze armor to get all of those nice upgrades in, and potentially a lot of horse archers to be coming out now. It's like the Naginata Ride is kind of running down to this top side, really thinks that Nullus is sneaking some hunt somewhere, and maybe doesn't know how much value you really get from this Shrine of the Hunt. It is pretty ridiculous. The stable is going to get taken down pretty nicely, and it is a load of one Yudo. I was saying how bad they are. Maybe they're good. Maybe they are good. I don't think he gives any... He doesn't give any upgrades to Spearmen. There is someone that gives an upgrade to Spearmen. I guess going the other path would have... the standard path for Nullus would have given the upgrade for extra HP for your Spearmen. I think they're going to be pretty good anyway. There is... The Kappas have been dropped. Kind of waiting for the retreat, and Nullus isn't going for it. Shogun even caught out too, but... Raining fire from the backline are these horse archers doing so much damage, and then when Nullus retreats, look at all of them go down. I just really don't know what to think about this god power. I feel like sometimes you use it and it literally gets no kills, and then sometimes it gets way too much value for a classical age god power. It's kind of crazy. Maybe if you can get out of it within the first couple of seconds, then they just don't, enough of them don't spawn. But if you end up sitting there for a while and then run away, you just, all your units go down, and it is absolutely rough. Is Kavoth going Mythic Age? No, doesn't have a castle. Just looking at his resources, thinking, damn, it's pretty close to it. And just the mass one Yudo. It's not what I was looking for on this side. The Wanyudo Archer Ball, of course, medium samurai, an Amaterasu special. No reason not to. Just getting all the upgrades in, even getting watchtowers just in case there will be another Kavoth raid. These guys have been sitting here for a while, but we'll be able to stop this hunt from being grabbed if Nullus is actually walking over. I think it's these villagers that are going to have a stroll to collect some hunt down this bottom side. Kavoth really just spreading out everywhere, spreading out to this top side, kind of maybe a little bit greedy to go on that wood line, but maybe feels like he's out the way, especially because there's no wall up this side. He's going to have to run all the way around. If Nullus spots this, he could really get caught out, lose all of those units. The way Swampland is a classical age god power, and so is Spider Eggs. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like, I don't know, it's like Spider Eggs on steroids, isn't it? It's crazy. And the Wanyudo, they are doing what they do best, which is taking out buildings, but Kavoth already queuing up the counter, which is the Daimyo. How many Tengu are there? There is one Tengu, who's also getting another one out. I think Tengu without the upgrade do really too much. The Wanyudo couldn't even get special off. Do they just fire really slow? Yeah, they fire really slow as well. Maybe that's something that could be a little buff to them to make them a little bit better, is just shoot a little bit faster, because he could have got a little pop shot off before running away, and then that AoE damage would have been nice, but the 1.8 seconds attack interval is just not ideal. It looks like Raiju is on the, or Raijin, sorry, is on the way. Does then have access to Raijus, does buff these Wanyudos up just a little bit. which will be nice. Doesn't have Fujin. Does Amaterasu, which would have been nice just to make these guys have more HP. Nice Fusion upgrade. Boss running around this side, and does have Okuninushi clicked up, and just wants to put a bit of pressure on while that's coming on, whereas Nullus deciding he's going up Heroic Age, getting a town center on this top side, and will be easily be able to push out to his gold mine whenever he needs it. I mean, the Nullus army is pretty slow, so even though it is very, very strong, I mean, it's got 5.6k to 3.8k as ridiculous amount of units there. The Kavoth army with these couple of Kitsunes, or even just one doing the job, doesn't have the upgrade, but so quick. Well, the slowest thing here is probably that Tengu, 5.6 speed. So quick. Could even get the upgrade in this temple. I need to move over to his perspective. What is it? This upgrade here would boost them up to 5.5 speed. Be very, very nice. Oh, could potentially catch him out with this Thunderburst here. So going to use the Thunderburst on this situation. The Thunderburst into one Yudo. Wow. Those heroes get taken down so quick. But we're gonna have a gate getting dropped down. I'm pretty sure this is the guy with the gate. Probably not the biggest value we've ever seen from a Thunderburst there. But you can see the potential with the one Yudos, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be gate drop down. It's going to be iron upgrades, basically role-playing as Hephaestus here, but you get them for free. Yeah, that one's going to be in. We're getting Divine Prefecture here, which is basically every building works double time, works overtime. Basically like getting your levy everything, villagers all over. Such a good upgrade. And Oyumis are going to be the answer here. Do you ever use it on this instead, rather than getting the iron upgrades? Getting this one, getting all of these basically. Because you even get advanced fortifications. Surely it's better to just use it on that and then buy your armory upgrades. I mean, the armory upgrades are maybe a more instant hit where you get them on all of your units that you already have. But if he wants to go into these Oyumis and the hero boys, then maybe that's what you kind of want to go for. This is going to be the third TC for Kavoth. And Nullus, is he looking at that one? Does he have that in range? I think he's just out of range of it. No, does actually see that one happening. Does want to stop that one. And 100... No, it wasn't 100 favor because it was free. Swampland used again. And everything can garrison except these old men, one Yudos. They're doing so much damage to the front line. Maybe this is just a good unit. The issue is when the front line runs away, the one Yudos, they don't have enough range to take out the other ranged units, and they all go down. And they did so much damage there. But if you have some ranged units, they just can't really do anything. Yeah, so then this goes down to 100 because it's because you have the gate down. So once you use the gate, the things are cheaper. So you get cheaper Swamplands, cheaper Shogun when you want to use it. Shogun number 2 comes in. Town center up for Kavoth. And I mean, he's in such a good spot here. From Nullus's side, what is he going to do? He wants to go up through Takemikazuchi, which is the big divine... Is it Divine Slash? Is that what it's called? Divine Swipe? The big katana sword comes in, and it's kind of a make or break situation. Big ultimate that could destroy the whole of the army. Could not. We will see. It'd be very good against siege weapons. The siege weapons have no chance to run away from it. He's getting those upgrades individually from Kavoth. I mean, he has plenty of favor in, so maybe, yeah, getting the upgrades that cost favor from the castles is pretty easy for him. And these heavy Oyumis, they do so much damage. Oof. They do so much damage. There's no fast units from Nullus. There's no horses. There's no anything that can really get in there and do the damage to these Oyumis. Get some towers up even to do something. On Meraki not being sent to the gold mine, which is kind of surprising. Getting a castle up on this side is always a nice play. And we do have... What is it called? Divine Slash? Divine Slash. Shouldn't have second-guessed myself. That is what it's called. Now, these are my favorite guys. So good. Look at the amount of damage. A ridiculous amount. Yeah, I think we have had a bit of a... There was some maintenance a little bit ago. So sometimes that messes up Gerbot's website. So he has to do something. Divine Slash coming in on the siege weapons. We said that's always the way to do it, because they just can't run away. Kavoth playing around that pretty nicely. Didn't have all of them sat in one line. So Nullus doesn't get as much value as he could have. But all of these siege weapons are going to go down regardless. So nice pushback on this side with the Azura as well. Azura, so tanky. On Myoji, though, there's so many of them. These are siege weapons that you can garrison inside a fortified town center. So, I mean, these guys are just ridiculous. So good. What's the range like? So the... looks like Kavoth is just going to take that one. Too much for Nullus. I think Nullus wasn't close on the armory upgrades, was he? No, he did just start to get bronze ones in. But just the timing of hitting his iron, getting all his upgrades with his siege weapons. He had siege weapons. Nullus didn't. He can bring in these at any point. And yeah, nerf Japan.